How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is good to be live with you today. This is Streaming People First. First, I am Chris Lynn. I am the host of the Leading People First podcast. I am very excited to be having as a guest today Nik Kacy, and I'm going to bring Nik on right now. Nik,
Hello.
how are you? Nik, how are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing really good. I'm glad that we could connect again and chat some more. Um, we have your episode going live tomorrow on the Leading People First podcast. And we talked about a lot of different things, but, just introduced yourself to those who are watching right now. Like, who are you? What do you do? And then we'll go from there.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me, Chris. My name is Nik Kacy. I'm located in Los Angeles, California. My pronouns are they and them. And I am an entrepreneur who created the first gender-free footwear and accessories company called Nik Kacy Footwear, as well as the executive producer and creator of Equality Fashion Week, which is the first LGBTQ-focused fashion week in LA.
Yep, and you are doing a lot of amazing work. And part of what we're going to do today is we're actually going to unbox your Proud AF shoes. And I'm really excited that
Hey.
these came in. Um, Before we get to that, though, I wanted to share a little bit about some of the topics that we talked about to get people excited about the episode that is coming out tomorrow. And again, if you're watching this live right now, feel free to add any comments, add any questions. We will be sure to get to those, and then we can, if we have time, we'll be able to maybe have Nik answer a question or two. But yeah, tomorrow, the episode that's coming out tomorrow, we talked about obviously what it means to you, Nik, to lead people first. Um, and just so people can hear it again today as well as tomorrow, what does it mean to you to lead people first?
Well, without spoiling tomorrow's episode, for me, it's always been, I think leading in anything is about having passion and belief in what you're doing. And so when I lead with my heart and I stay as authentic as I possibly can so that in leading people first, it's kind of creating a path for all of us to live as authentically as we can.
Yeah, I know. And I was, as I was re-listening to the episode, I was like, man, this is a lot of fun. You had some great definitions of what leadership is and what it could be and what it could mean. And so I'm really excited to have people listen to it as well. Any takeaways that you had, after we did the interview that you might want to share with people?
I think actually the things I left with most was in our discussion about um, being Asian and being an immigrant and how that intersectionality plays in part to how I identify and how do I navigate through this world. It made me realize that I've been navigating a lot in the recent years, in the last 10 years, as a queer person of color, right? And I think that it made me reflect a lot on how I spent the first half of my life. The first 20 years of my life was really focused on surviving as an immigrant, learning the language, assimilating. And so I really put aside my identity as, in my gender expression and my sexuality. And then once I came out and got to really explore that other part of me, I think I really just kind of like delved in 110% into like my queer community and then my trans community when I transitioned, and kind of just really put aside kind of the that Asian ethnicity part of me. And so now I feel like it's finally coming full circle where I'm able to blend all of that in together and really have the conversations almost on a daily basis, with people about all of these things that are really important that I think that we sometimes forget. And unfortunately, it took this pandemic and the Asian, the violence against Asians for us to really bring this topic to light again. And I'm really kind of glad that I had that discussion with you because it really helped me kind of formulate like what my next steps are and how I want to navigate through the world now.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I'm glad that I could help
Yeah.
help with that a little bit. So yeah, again, if you want to check out Nick's episode on the Leading People First podcast, that will be dropping tomorrow. So make sure you are subscribed and ready to listen to the Leading People First podcast. It is available to you anywhere you get your podcasts, like Apple, Google, Amazon, Stitcher, Spotify, all of those places. So looking forward to having you all listen, and make sure you connect with Nick as well. Nick, are you ready? Have you done an unboxing video before? I haven't. This is actually going to be my first one.
I did one for another brand that I'm an ambassador for, two other ones, but like no, not with my own stuff. Thank you also, Chris, for supporting. I mean, that meant so much to me that you did that, and I'm so honored and grateful.
Of course, absolutely. Well, I mean, again, I saw them and I was like, man, these shoes are so fresh that I have to show them to the world. And I was like, man, I would love to do an unboxing with you. So again, this is my first unboxing video. So let me pull that up and so everyone can see it.
I'm so excited.
Maybe that's not the best view. All right, so here we go. It is right here in front of me. I already took it out of the box, so I wouldn't have to actually struggle with the box packaging, but so it comes in this nice white paper right here. Can't really see it, so let's take this apart. Just tear it open.
So the design of the box, the shoebox itself, was in honor of Pride month, and like the celebration of not just only Pride but also trans Pride. So that's why the design is like a limited edition shoebox with the Pride colors and the trans colors on there with our logo.
Yeah, so before I get too much more into it, can you tell people why you designed this shoe and why all of the different elements that go into it?
Of course, yeah. So, when I first started my brand, it was really about, leather dress shoes, because those were the shoes that I really had a hard time finding. And I did not want to originally design sneakers because there's a influx of, big multi-billion-dollar corporations, of sneaker designers and makers that I just did not feel like it would be prudent for me to even try to compete. But then, as the pandemic went on and I realized that I really wanted to design something that showed my pride as a trans queer individual. So as Pride Month was coming, I realized that this was something that it gives allies a chance to also show their pride as allies, not only for folks who identify as myself, but for all people to be able to wear something that they think looks cool, but also can be proud to be an ally and show that. And so that's why it's called ProudAF. And I hope everyone knows what AF stands for. But that's, the penultimate way of that my showing my pride is like, that's how proud I am.
Awesome, and I'm very happy to have a pair of these. I'm very excited. So let's dive into it. And for those of you who are watching, please, I would love to see your comments start flowing in, and just your impressions of this. So right, we've got the pride colors here on the box, on the top of the box. We've got the trans colors here, the trans support pride colors here.
I also want to note that the brown and black that's added to the pride colors is very important for me personally, because of my allyship with our black and brown siblings as well.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, so we've got your beautiful name right there on the front of the box. Nothing on the sides, but here on the back we've got oh nice, you've got a limited edition number right here on the back as well, and these are of course made in Italy. So let's open these guys up.
And the equal sign, that is kind of the emblem of my brand, the equality sign, is something that is on pretty much everything I design, because it's kind of a nod to the fact that we're doing this, we're supporting this because we believe in gender equality and equity.
Nice. I love all of these little touches, even just on the box, right? And like you said, it the box becomes part of the collection as well. and I love all of that. All right, so here we go. Let's open it up. It's magnetic, it feels like. Yeah, it's magnetic here. All right. And this box is incredibly sturdy, if you can't tell. Very sturdy. Oh man, look at these. I'm gonna have to take them out of the wrapper. Hold on.
Yeah. So as you can see, the colors are the trans colors that are on the sneakers, and I just thought it was very cool to kind of put them next to this really interesting, like, shimmery fabric that you can tell. It just really, I don't know. To me, literally is like it glows, right? Like it shines a light onto trans empowerment and trans pride.
Yeah, this is so awesome. These, looking at them online, I was like, man, these are really, really cool. But holding these, um, is even, I don't know. I feel, I mean, just even honored to even have a pair of these. So this is really cool. I love this marbling down on the bottom and in the sole of the shoe.
Yeah.
I'm not a shoe collector, but this looks awesome. And even though it says sneaker, it is definitely like a premium feel. It definitely feels like a premium like an Italian leather shoe. So
Mhm.
you can definitely feel that. That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, you've got your equal symbol there. You've got the trans colors here with the pink and the blue, and yeah, that shimmery color, and then the black leather here on the toe and on the back heel, and yeah, the marbling. Anything else to add before we finish this? I can't wait to take the
Yeah,
shoes.
I mean, I guess I want to see like more people wear them, like, and not like they have to wear my shoe, but I just want more people to wear or find ways to show their allyship, and show their pride, because the more we can have visibility, the more, normalized and inclusive we become.
Awesome. 100%. Can't agree with you more there. So I am going to turn that camera off. Thank you again, Nick, for designing such an amazing shoe. This is
Thank you.
absolutely incredible.
It comes with an extra pair of insoles because it accommodates for like sizing. So like one insole is thinner than the other, so you
Oh,
can,
nice.
which one feels better for you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there as well. Cool. So, as we, thank you again, Nick, for not only coming on the podcast and taking some extra time and doing this video as well. I also know that you are doing some amazing work for the Women's Freedom Festival, correct? So, can you share a little bit more about that? What it is, what's happening, when is it happening, and all of that?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for bringing that up. So the Women's Freedom Festival is an annual event that celebrates women, basically, and then it's brought to you by the L Project, which is a nonprofit that my friend created that empowers women, like queer women, right? So this year we're doing a virtual event, and I was tasked with producing a fashion segment for it. And so I'm really excited to see how, we have a few different brands that is going to participate, including myself. And it's basically an event that's going to raise money for the L Project. And we're gonna have performers, comedians, music, you name it, is all gonna be there. And it's gonna be on June 19th, and it's a pretty much an all-day event.
Very cool. So June 19th, is it anywhere sorry, did I miss where it was?
I believe it's streaming, but I'm not sure what in what platform yet. So I would say just follow us on Instagram and Facebook, the L Project LA, and yeah, and start. I believe there's a link for early bird tickets, which you can get if you go to our site, which is
Very,
the L Project. Let's see. I'm not prepared for this. Um, The website is the lproject.org, I think. lprojectla.org. But yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at lprojectla, and then our Facebook is at lprojectla. And where is our website? Oh, the website is thelproject.org.
awesome. So yeah, so if you want to for those of you who are watching, make sure you go to the lproject.org and make sure you're following on Instagram as well. And Nik, again, thank you so much. Where can people connect with you and find your amazing designs?
Oh, thank you. They can find me at Nik Kacy, NIKKACY.com. I'm on Instagram as Nik Kacy Footwear, or my personal is Nik Kacy. There's also Equality Fashion Week, which I created, and there's an account for that as well. So there's like an endless amount of ways to reach me, basically.
Awesome. Yeah, so again, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed this video as well, but this was just something random and kind of fun to do, especially with the amazing work that Nik is doing. So Nik, thank you again for taking a few minutes out of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thanks so much, Chris. See you soon.